everyone, I am Donia and thank you for joining me today in the Food Explorer series. What are we going to do today? We are going to read a very nice book together. It's called Gregory the Terrible Eater. What do you see? I see a goat here, and then what is the goat thinking of? Do you think it's thinking of food to eat? What do goats eat? And why do you think Gregory is a terrible eater? Let's discover all this together. So, Gregory the Terrible Eater by Mitchell Charmot, illustrated by Jose Arwago and Ariane Dewey. Once there was a goat named Gregory. Gregory liked to jump from rock to rock, kick his legs into the air, and butt his head against walls. I am an average goat, said Gregory. But Gregory was not an average goat. Gregory was a terrible eater. Every time he sat down to eat with his mother and father, he knew he was in for trouble. Would you like a tin can, Gregory? Asked Mother Goat. No, thanks, said Gregory. How about a nice box, a piece of rug, and a bottle cap? Asked Father Goat. Bah, said Gregory unhappily. Well, I think this is a meal fit for a goat, said Mother Goat, as she chewed on an old shoe. It certainly is, said Father Goat, as he ate a shirt, buttons and all. I don't know why you are such a fussy eater, Gregory. I am not fussy, said Gregory. I just want fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish, bread and butter, good stuff like that. Mother Goat stopped eating the shoe. Now what kind of food is that, Gregory? She said. It's what I like, said Gregory. It's revolting, said Father Goat. He wiped his mouth with his napkin. After Gregory was excused from the table, Father Goat said, Gregory is such a terrible eater. I wonder what's wrong with him, said Mother Goat. Mother and Father Goat ate their evening newspaper in silence. The next morning, Mother and Father Goat were enjoying a pair of pants and a coat for breakfast. Gregory came to the table. Good morning, Gregory, said Father and Mother Goat. Good morning, said Gregory. May I have some orange juice, cereal, and bananas for breakfast, please? Oh, no, Mother Goat said. Do have some of this nice coat. Take a bite out of these pants, said Father Goat. Bah, said Gregory, and he left the table. Father Goat threw down his napkin. That does it, he said. Gregory just isn't eating right. We must take him to the doctor. Father and Mother Goat took Gregory to the doctor. Dr. Ram was munching on a few pieces of cardboard. What seems to be the trouble? He asked. Gregory is a terrible eater, said Mother Goat. We've offered him the best shoes, boxes, magazines, tin cans, coats, pants. But all he wants are fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish, orange juice, and other horrible things. What do you have to say about all of this, Gregory? Asked Dr. Ram. I want what I like, said Gregory. Makes sense, said Dr. Ram. He turned to Mother and Father Goat. I've treated picky eaters before, he said. They have to develop a taste for good food slowly. Try giving Gregory one new food each day until he eats everything. That night for dinner, Mother Goat gave Gregory spaghetti, and a shoelace in tomato sauce. Not too bad, said Gregory. The next day she gave him string beans and a rubber heel cut into small pieces. The meal was good and rubbery, said Gregory. The day after that, Mother Goat said, "We have your favorite today, vegetable soup. But there is one condition. You also have to eat the can." "Okay," said Gregory. "What's for dessert?" "Ice cream," said Father Goat, "but you have to eat the box too." "Yummy," said Gregory. "I'm proud of you," said Father Goat. "You're beginning to eat like a goat." "I am learning to like everything," said Gregory. One evening, Father Goat asked, "Has anyone seen my striped necktie?" "Not since breakfast," said Mother Goat. "Come to think of it, I haven't seen my sewing basket today. I left it in the living room after supper last night." Father Goat turned to Gregory. "Gregory, have you been eating between meals?" "Yes," said Gregory. "I can't help it. Now I like everything." "Well," said Mother Goat, "it's all right to eat like a goat, but you shouldn't eat like a pig." "Oh," said Gregory. After Gregory went to bed, Mother Goat said, "I'm afraid Gregory will eat my clothes hamper." "Yes, and then my toolkit will be next," said Father Goat. "He's eating too much. We'll have to do something about that." The next evening, just before supper, Mother and Father Goat went to the town dump. They brought home 8 flat tires, a 3-foot piece of barber pole, a broken violin, and half a car. They piled everything in front of Gregory's sandbox. When Gregory came home for supper, he said, "What's all that stuff in the yard?" "Your supper," said Father Goat. "It all looks good," said Gregory. Gregory ate the tires and the violin, then he slowly ate the barber pole. But when he started in on the car, he said, "I've got a stomach ache. I have to lie down." Gregory went to his room. "I think Gregory ate too much junk," said Father Goat. "Let's hope so," said Mother Goat. All night Gregory tossed and twisted and moaned and groaned. The next morning he went down for breakfast. "What would you like for breakfast today, Gregory?" asked Father Goat. "Scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of waxed paper and a glass of orange juice," said Gregory. "That sounds just about right," said Mother Goat. And it was. What a silly book. What do you think, friends? Did you like it? I liked it so much. And what do you think goats really eat? Do you think goats really eat card boxes, tin cans, and shoelaces, fish and butter? I don't think so. Goats do eat trees, shrubs, hay, grains, and they do love to eat fruit and vegetables. But they are really curious animals, and their curiosity might lead them to try anything, and also might lead them to trouble, like this goat here having his head stuck into a barrel. This book has really a meaningful message. Were you able to guess what's that? Let's see. I know most of you have a favorite food, and you wish that you can eat it all the time and every time, despite your parents' preference. This is called picky eating, when you just select certain foods and you don't try any other food. And actually, that's okay, but we have to adjust. As Gregory was saying no, 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 no to everything. He stopped eating unless he gets what he wants. But then when he tried other things, he liked them. So you don't know. You might try a new food, you have to give it a chance and try it, and this new food might be your favorite food. And also we saw it's really important to choose healthy and balanced diet. As we can see here at the Canada Food Guide. So when you always choose your food, you should choose fruits and vegetables. You should add proteins and grains to your dishes. That's really important because you need proper nutrition to grow properly. What do you think also? Should you eat a little amount of food or too much of a food? When Gregory was not eating well, his parents were concerned. Why is that? Because if we don't eat enough food, we will be always tired and our body will not have an energy. And that's not okay. But also, if we eat too much, like Gregory, we will end up having stomach pain and we will be stuffed, and that's also not okay. So we have to always balance and eat just the right amount. We noticed at the beginning of the book that Gregory was not feeling happy and he was feeling sad. Why is that? Because his parents were trying to give him certain food choices. How about you? Have you ever felt sad or unhappy about some food choices that your parents gave you? I feel you. That's also totally okay to feel so, but at the same time, you have to know that your parents love you and they are always concerned about your health and they want to give you the best choices so that you can grow healthier and stronger. Try always to sit together, eat and share your favorite foods together. Let your parents know about the foods that you like the most, the foods that you like the least, and listen to them and they will listen to you. And always try to eat a variety of food, different kinds, in different colors, and you will always be healthy. I hope you enjoyed this book as I enjoyed it. Stay well and eat well. Goodbye.